Hi, so we are going to discuss graphing the inequalities, and I see that these graphs look a little scary to the participants, and they sometimes mess up with this kind of question. So we are going to talk about some simple steps which we can use to graph an inequality and see which particular portion of the graph would be the solution. So if I look at this question, I see that they have given y is greater than equal to x plus 2, and then they have given another expression which says 2x plus 3y is less than equal to 6, and it says in which of the following does the shaded region represent the solution set in the xy plane to the system of inequalities about. So basically we have got these two equations, and the question is asking like which graph shows the solution. So all right, so what are the steps how to go about it? First thing is write the equations in the standard form. So my first equation is already in the standard form, which is y is greater than equal to x plus 2. So this is the standard form, and if I had to write the second one in the standard form, that would be y is less than equal to um, minus 2 over 3x plus 6 over 3 will give me 2. So I've just transferred this 2x down this side, and I've divided it by 3, so that becomes minus 2 by 3x, and that is plus 2. Now out of these two, they've already drawn the lines corresponding to these equations. If I consider them as an equality rather than an inequality, this becomes y equal to x plus 2, and this becomes y equal to minus 2 by 3x plus 2, and I can find the corresponding lines. One is a rising line. As you can see, the slope is rising, so this one should be my x plus 2 1. It is the rising one, and this is the falling one. As I can see, the slope is negative, so this is my minus 2 by 3x plus 2. Okay, fine. So these are the lines. I have just figured out which line is this one. I mean, irrespective, I could have taken any graph, just that this graph looks near. So I mean, I just wanted to figure which line represents which equation. So this one represents this equation, and the falling one is the falling one. So I know this now. So the first part is identify the lines. So I have identified the lines. Now what all that remains is to identify the shading. So now if I look at this one, it says y is greater than x plus 2. So this is the line, and I have to find out the region which is y is greater. So whenever there is a greater than sign, I have to shade the upper portion. So if I just draw it once, these are the lines. As I can see, I've just drawn it roughly here. Just to make sure that it looks like the way you have it here. These are the lines, yeah. And this is the first one, the rising one, and I have to shade the upper portion of this one. So I just take another color here to make sure it looks like it's clear to understand. So I'm just shading the upper portion of this one, and for the second one, which is less than, so if it is less than, I have to shade the lower portion of this one. So the lower portion of the second one, if I shade it like this, I can clearly see the overlapping section is this one, which means my answer is B. To sum up, what exactly is the funda? The funda is you have to look at the sign of inequality. If it is greater than equal to x, then you have to whatever the portion towards this side. So if it is greater than equal to sign, then you have to shade the upper portion. If it is less than equal to x, then you have to shade the lower portion. So I've taken the upper portion of the rising line, which is this, so I shade it like this, and the lower portion of the falling line, and I got the answer.